As we enter into summer, we enter into wedding season. I have fond and great memories of my first assignment. I was a parochial vicar at St. Anthony's Parish in Menominee Falls, a suburb of Milwaukee. And back in those days, late 80s, early 90s, we'd have upwards of 70 to 80 weddings a year. There were many beautiful summer Saturdays when we had weddings at 10, noon, and 2. I'd be pushing a bride down the aisle at 9:59 because if that started late, it was going to mess up the whole day. Far fewer people get married today. Many people simply live together or just have sexually active lives, kind of the hookup culture. Everything seems temporary. Many young people are afraid to make a permanent commitment. And certainly marriage is not valued in our culture, certainly not the way it was when I was a child. So I just encourage our young people especially to get married. Don't live together. Don't have sex before marriage. Those things hurt us. God's law is in place not only because he reveals the truth to us, but he also wants us to be happy, joyful, and fulfilled. So when we sin in those ways, we're not only offending God, we're also, in essence, profoundly hurting ourselves. So to wait until marriage and to choose to get married is a remarkable act of faith, hope, and love. And in our culture today, we need the marital witness, the power of husbands and wives, especially young people, committing themselves to Christ in this sacrament of holy matrimony forever, to be fruitful and faithful, to be open to having children. The family is the domestic church, and it is of all these building blocks of individual families that the great family of the church it is constituted. So just encourage all of the young people, especially in our diocese, to live the life that the Lord has called us to, this life of virtue, this life of purity, and ultimately this life of marriage for those that are called to it. Don't be afraid of that. Don't rush into it, but through prayer and discernment, come to know that the Lord is calling you to marry this person and to properly understand what marriage is and how the Lord has constituted it as a sacrament, as this permanent, exclusive, sacramental expression of Christ's love for the church. We pray for all married couples. We pray for those especially who are struggling, those who are separated. We pray for divorced people in our communities, that all of us may know the love and mercy of Christ. But especially want to encourage young people to not be afraid to get married and to say in a culture where everything is provisional and contingent, I will love you and be faithful to you forever in this life, no matter what. God's blessings on all married and engaged couples.